Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the pilot episode of Sharedplays with SnootyCapybara. I am your host, SnootyCapybara. Today we're going to be playing Sid Meier's Civilization 6 Gathering Storm with the new Secret Societies mode enabled. Secret Societies is a new game mode that adds 4 unique governors to the game, each belonging to, you guessed it, one of the 4 new Secret Societies. We will be discovering and talking about these societies as we progress throughout the game, so if you aren't too familiar with them yet, I'll be discussing them in some detail as we encounter them. The game is going to be played on a large continents map, so there's going to be 12 civilizations in total, including myself, on the Immortal difficulty with standard settings. I'm going to be playing as one of my favorite leaders from Civilization 6, Prime Minister John Curtin of Australia. Starting with his unique leader ability, we have Citadel of Civilization, which provides our empire with an additional 100% production in all of our cities, if we are the target of a declaration of war, or if we liberate a city. This bonus will last for 10 turns after that declaration of war, or for 10 turns after we have liberated a city. A major reason why I favor Prime Minister Curtin on the higher difficulties is the production bonus is very helpful and potentially life-saving. For example, if another civ declares a surprise war against you, this production bonus allows you to respond with military units sooner, or to quickly build defensive walls in a city that is the target of your aggressor. Also, if another player is conquering city-states, someone like Germany for example, liberating one of those city-states will double your production for 10 turns. In certain situations, you can potentially chain these events together and liberate city-states, or even cities of another empire that have been conquered in the past, to keep that production boost rolling. Next up, we have the Australian civilization's unique bonus, Land Down Under, which provides +3 housing for our coastal cities, and causes our pastures to trigger a culture bomb, annexing all adjacent tiles into our empire. Australia also gains a +1 bonus to a district's yield if that district is placed on a tile that has charming appeal, and a whopping +3 bonus if placed on a tile that has breathtaking appeal. The versatility this gives Australia for placing districts with solid yields in their cities makes them very suitable for really any victory condition you wish to pursue. Being able to construct a +3 theater square without any adjacent districts or wonders, for example, or a campus district adjacent to a reef, which would receive a +2 bonus normally, but if it's on a breathtaking tile, now it's a +5 campus. Next, we have Australia's unique unit, the Digger. This replaces the infantry unit unlocked by researching reusable parts in the tech tree. The Digger has the same production cost as the infantry that it replaces, however it does not require any oil to maintain, like the infantry. The Digger gains +10 combat strength when fighting on coastal tiles, and a +5 combat strength in neutral or foreign territory, making them a fairly capable melee unit, especially for shoreline invasions. And lastly, we have Australia's unique tile improvement, the Outback Station. The Outback Station will provide half a housing and adds 1 food and 1 production to the tile. It receives an additional food from every adjacent pasture, and with some technologies and civics researched, it will provide additional production to adjacent pastures, as well as food and production for every 2 adjacent Outback stations. With all that covered, I'm going to turn it over to the great Sean Bean, and we're going to get this party started.
From the first stirrings of life beneath water, to the great beasts of the Stone Age, to man taking his first upright steps, you have come far. Now begins your greatest quest, from this early cradle of civilization on towards the stars. Prime Minister Curtin, you will lead Australia through challenge after challenge, and your people will emerge all the stronger for it. Others will seek friendship for your strength. If these friends prove loyal, your might and protection will carry you far. But stay vigilant, for aggression is not your natural course.
Okay, so we're going to get started here. Not down here, what kind of just charming appeal? Appeal of average. Ooh, that has appeal breathtaking. So already mountain adjacency bonus plus Australia's unique bonus. Breathtaking, I think, adds another 3. District housing. Units from campuses, commercial hubs, holy sites, and theater squares are all +1 with charming appeal, +3 in breathtaking. So that would be a +3 already campus, plus another 1 for the mountain. Looks like there's at least another mountain too. We're up to a +5 campus to slap down right here. So, settling in place gets us some pretty decent tiles to work with. Go ahead and move up onto this hill. Ooh, what is this? Is a lake, so that is also fresh water. So, here's my settler lines. It does give us, well, duplicate diamonds we have since back up here. It does give us a lot of 2 food, 2 production tiles. 2 food maintenance though, but still, so that's 2 for production. Looking at some gold already, more gold. That's a lot of gold to just start off. Whereas over here, being that we're not going to work that mountain tile, potentially another mountain tile here. Pretty low yields on the lake, of course. We do have, saying we would want to use that for a chop instead of settling on top. We'd have to move this way. It gives us a few rainforest tiles, but if we come over to here, right here on the coast, probably. It gives us some solid tiles right in here. This is our lowest producing tile with the grassland hills, but that's still 1 production. And we're right here next to the cattle. Yeah, I think we are going to have to bite the bullet here. And I think we're going to come this way and head to that tile. That is going to put us behind a few turns. Not getting our city down already, but ooh, hopefully it is worth it. There's a tribal village. We are playing with secret societies enabled, so always potential with the tribal village for us to run into one of the new secret societies. I'm not sure which of the societies even I would like to use in this game. You know, the Void Singers are pretty good for faith. I don't know if we're really going to push religion or faith in this game, though you can always use the monumentality, things like that. Buy civilian units with faith. It's all really going to depend on the kind of city-states we have near us. Let us go ahead and get ourselves a... I feel like we're going to go with a slinger instead of a scout. And we did. Discovered a society. And we are looking at the Void Singers already. Unlock the Discovered Tribal Village. Old God Obelisk. So yes, they are definitely going to be more faith-oriented. I'm not sure if I want to... We do get a governor title meeting that secret society, though. So, looking at it here, we do have plenty of chops for Magnus, and most of these are on hills, so we're not losing too much just putting those chops and maybe putting a mine there. Magnus is looking like a solid option. Plus, his next promotion would be settlers do not consume a population. Magnus is looking like a pretty good deal right now, or Yang. Just build districts faster. My builders are going to get an additional charge. We are going to be building some builders. I think we will go with Magnus. I think Magnus is the right choice here. For technology, of course, we're going to have to go with mining, because everything is mines and quarries around us. Ooh, although we could... we probably can't even buy that tile nowhere near. What's it going to cost to buy that tile? 50 gold. We won't be there for a few turns. Are we naturally growing? It won't show me. We just settled this turn. Hopefully it goes for my cattle tile here. And that'll give us animal husbandry. Or do we start with animal husbandry? Maybe find some horses right off the get-go. Get this scout. Move along here. Ooh, that is a good question. I feel like maybe we do want to go for animal husbandry. Get that campus down sooner than later. If that's what we want to head towards. So we won't be building an encampment anytime soon. Maybe a harbor. Definitely going to go with some commercial hubs. Not even too worried about the holy site. So on animal husbandry doesn't give me what the campus pottery does. And I don't need use for pottery. We're going to go with mining. We've already spent half an hour on turn 4. Barbarians, don't you love that sound? So this is why we go with the slinger. And not the scout right off the bat. Plus we looked at, we got a scout from that tribal village. So sue me. But we do want to head over there. Plus we can scout over there a little bit anyways. Looks like we should be able to go around this lake. Some coast up here, maybe another lake. It won't tell me. See, another tribal village and a city-state, Singapore. What do you got for me, Singapore? Let's see, +2 production for each foreign civilization. They have a trade route too. See, look at that, look at that. That is excellent. Foreign civilization. I do believe city-states count as a foreign civilization for those trade routes. And they are close enough to get one from my capital. That's always a good sign. Get up on that hill. Another envoy. Perfect. We're not going to send it to them. Oh, we were not the first to meet them? I thought we should have had an envoy with them already. You're telling me we were not the first to meet them. Influenced by. Wow. So, I don't think we're close to the bottom of the map here. Doesn't look like it. Oops. Doesn't look like it. And same with, not like we're close to the top of the map either. We do have some rainforest in here, so we are pretty close to the middle. I imagine the middle is probably right about up here. Well, if they're on this side, hopefully they help me deal with that barbarian. No, they couldn't be up here. They'd have to be right down here next to Singapore, probably along this river. Okay, enough beating around the bush. There's their scout. We'll let him scout around up there. We're not worried about him. We're just going to head right over to that barbarian encampment. And he's a long way away from our city here, plus we have a slinger on the way. So we're in pretty good shape. Go ahead and move right over here. Do some turtle double reef action. I wish that was grassland. Slap a campus there. There's some nice appeal. Oh, it could have been. Check our scout. We're going to move up to this other hill here. Another lake. So they must be somebody right in here. Look at this, 2 cattle. So if we were to put a... So there's one and there's a sheep right here. So if we were to go to our tax, right about here, on this marsh, not quite, maybe right here, if we were to slap down the old Temple of Artemis. I believe the Temple of Artemis is 4 tiles away. Let's give that a quick fact check. Each camp pass your plantation within 4 tiles. Yes, it is. So, going back through my edit here, I completely missed. I made a absolutely boneheaded mistake. I did not read the entire card here for the Temple of Artemis. It must be placed next to a camp improvement, and that is going to come back to bite me later in this video. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Not quite hitting that second one. 1, 2, 3. We can scoot him over one, though. We could slap him right here. So that temple would give me 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, see, we're missing this one, though. So not quite. We'll see if we look out. Get any more, maybe another, even a camp in some of this woods here. We got a lot of woods. I don't know if camps tend to favor the colder climates. I don't know if camps are as popular in You know, like the rainforest and everything. I'm not sure. More like bananas. We got tobacco. Bananas definitely. Camps might be a more cooler climate. Either way, food for thought. That is just kind of a crunch of them right here. Alexander of Macedon. It is an honor to meet you, Alexander, and we will go ahead and exchange information. Why not? It's probably a terrible idea. He is a domination civ. He is up here a little ways. He is not that close. There's a pretty good amount of space between us there. So, not too worried about him. We'll head this way. Hattusa. We did meet Hattusa. We were the first ones to meet Hattusa. So there's nobody in here. They've got to be down over this way then. They hit Singapore before me, but not Hattusa. Well, whoops. And we might as well stay there. Might as well. Get our slinger here in a couple more turns, which works out nicely, because we'll just move into these woods here. And he's probably just going to fortify, being that the scout hasn't come back. Well, the scout might have met Homeboy up here. I doubt he reached that city. So it should be okay for him. Chocolate Hills. Oh, Pantanal, sorry. Pantanal.
Plain of the planet, and perhaps the least known area of the world.
I get this wonder a lot. This one shows up in most of my games. And yeah, that's looking like some potential here. Of course, that's breathtaking appeal. Right next door is charming. That one's still charming, even though the charming is +1. So get myself I believe it's holy sites. We get adjacency bonus for natural wonders. I think it's a +2 adjacency bonus. Nope, +1 from a natural. Oh no, +2. Yep, +2 from each adjacent natural wonder. So that's at 2, 4. Plus this is already charming. +1, that'd be a 5. Faith, holy site. Not terrible. And I could capitalize that probably on 3 sides of this. That one's breathtaking, even better. That's a +6. This is breathtaking. So it's another +6. Ooh. And then maybe put some... See, the theater square doesn't get it from natural wonders. It gets its bonus from districts and man-made wonders. Although, it still gets the appeal bonus. And the district, we'll see. Maybe slap some districts here. 4 holy sites, 1 on each side. That's if we can even build that many cities over here. We're thinking way too far ahead. Let's jump to turn 11, shall we? We haven't even researched our first technology, and we've got 4 cities planned out with holy sites. Go ahead and check out Hattusa. Alright, there's some coast down here. The scout got a promotion as well. Let's scope it out a little bit more, and we are going to take the... There's a decent amount of woods and rainforest around here. More faster movement on hill terrain. We're going to go with that so we can also see through the woods and jungle. What the heck? Seems like a good choice. 1 more turn for the slinger. Why don't you hang out? You're just going to hang out for me, buddy.
When you find yourself in a hole,
There's mining. And we're going to get right to work on a builder, actually. So we can start improving some of these tiles. Namely, and I did grow to that pasture, that cattle tile. So we are going to start right there, get a little bit more growth going in this city. And we're going to start working some of these lucrative tiles I've been gifted with. Tobacco's not too far away. We might buy those tiles a little bit eventually. We'll have enough gold on these tiles here, but we do want to start growing. Get that pasture up as soon as we can. Oh, we just got the woods promotion, huh? Might as well move to the woods. Yeah, where's the move over rivers faster promotion? That's infantry. Infantry get that. I think for their 4th promotion, 2nd promotion. Now we'll go with animal husbandry, though. 6 turns, and we got 9 turns till the builder. So we're going to finish that up in time to get the pasture, and then get to work on that campus. We do not want to fart around with science. Is that another barbarian camp? Oh, fantastic. So, we are going to have to jump ahead here. We're going to have to... Yeah. I really do not want to deal with them. Homeboy, you're going to have to come back this way. We're just going to have to milk him down with you. Because I do want to get on that builder. I don't want to build another unit just yet. As reckless as that may be. A couple city-states close by, though. That is nice. I know one of the secret societies gives you a envoy with a city-state when you send a trade route to them. So having ones this close, that's a short, sweet trade route, you can rack up some envoys fairly quickly. I don't remember which one it was. I believe it was the Owls of Minerva. The Owls. Off the top of my head, I can't swear to that, though. Let this warrior heal up a little bit more, unfortunately, because he's fortified in there. But we've got a lid on it. The scout, if he comes back, if he's not already dead. I just don't want this guy coming over here attacking my capital as soon as I get my builder out. I should have lived up on top of that hill. There's some good mountains down here. There's another scout. Okay, now we're between a rock and a hard place. We're going to go ahead and I can purchase a slinger for 140. We're going to have to go ahead and do that, as much as I do not want to. We're just going to stay fortified, my friend. Let's see what we got going on down here. Scythia. I believe it's Scythia. Tomyrus. Honor to meet you. Oh, right here. Oh boy. Also a domination favoring Civ. That is an original capital. Macedon was that tiny when I met him. Yeah. I don't know if I trust him. And I already screwed up. I did not send a delegation to either of them when I met them. So that will come back to bite me, because I don't want to be too unfriendly with them right off the get-go. I'd like to, perfect world, send them a delegation and then decline theirs to have that level of diplomatic visibility over them. We will plug in God King for the faith and the gold to at least get a Pantheon. Pantheon's always a good idea. These two, Alexander, I don't know if he's going to pursue religion at all. Tomyrus, I'm not sure her tendencies. And let's get to work with these slingers. You should be able to handle that scout by yourself. Take another shot at this guy. Try and get that camp out of here. See what's going on with her. There's your second city there. Need to get some more eyes. let's go ahead and get foreign trade. Work towards that. We need to discover another continent, of course. Easier said than done. Being that look different colors, I guess, because that's fog of war. I say that looks like one, but no. We'll see. But yes, send a trade route down here to Singapore. Should be able to reach just fine. Bounce one over to Hattusa. Keep trading with them early and often. See, Alexander, already giving me guff. Refuse to fight for my people. How dare you, sir?
I am fond of pigs.
See, this is what we did not want, was this scout, having him... Here we go. Alright, Singapore, you are... I think you got it handled down here, so I'm actually going to turn this scout back. No, we'll keep him going this way and just have him scout around. Instead of just standing around with his thumb in his ass. Thankfully we're in the woods and there's marsh here. This warrior can't hit me on this turn. So I will be able to take out that camp. I am most likely going to lose this guy. He does have a promotion though. So... no, we'll have to take the promotion, take a shot, then take the camp. Should be able to do it that way. Let's get working on pottery, because we would like to get that campus online, although we cannot get stone. Chopping of rainforest. We do need to get on bronze working. I would like to get some chops out of these, instead of just destroying them. Oh look, we did get some horses here. Very nice. I know Scythia, Tamiris, she will definitely want those horses for me.
Like to the apples on the Dead Sea shore.
She got the Dead Sea.
All ashes to the tip.
And our next secret society, the Hermetic Order. These guys, I believe, like to play with ley. I say play with. They're all about the ley lines. Let's see. Society of Unorthodox Scientists and Alchemists. Their work focuses on science, great people, and resources. Science, great people, and resources. So, for a culture victory with Australia, we do have... so we would need coast for seaside resorts for like a culture civ. Coast is going to be... This should be coast. Yes, this is an ocean. That's a ways away. There are wonders. Let's see, we are planning on chopping most of this out. Let's see if there's wonders that would give us culture on our rainforest tiles. I believe zoos and the entertainment complex also give you culture or science. I think it is science on your rainforest tiles. Man, oh man. Well, Hermetic Order, potentially. Though, depending on... see, I'm not familiar enough with those... Oh, see, that guy actually attacked me. That worked out perfectly, because we can move, take that camp, another secret society. These are the Sanguine Pact, the vampires. Ooh, that would be nice. That's actually not a bad idea, having these two domination neighbors who in the vampire castle, I believe it takes the sum of all the connecting the adjacent tiles, and that's what that tile deals turn into. So, for example, a vampire castle actually right here would get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13 food. If I'm understanding correctly, it would get the production 1, 2, 3, only 4 production. It wouldn't even get a faith though. Whereas if you put it somewhere, this tile for example, I'd be getting gold from these tiles, the production, especially if I put mines down. I'm not positive on the vampire castle if it scales whenever you improve a tile. Duplicates yields from adjacent tiles when built, adds them to the vampire castle's tile, and grants the tile's yield to the capital city. Duplicates yields from adjacent tiles. So yes. Though I guess we'll see. Maybe we'll try that out. Maybe we will improve one of the diamonds. Maybe we will improve one of them. See, I don't know if I want to put a vampire castle right there, though, just to test this out. We'll figure it out, though. We'll see what happens. You keep going this way. Mr. Scout, moving through the woods. Look at you go. Some more coast over here. Are those horses in the Dead Sea? No, the tile. Well, they're right next to it. It looks like. Either way, this is another ocean. Excellent. This is all ocean. Excellent. Okay, so I've got this looks like a pretty good harbor right here. Keep that in mind because we are going to want a coastal city at least. And that's a reef right here, boy. So actually, if we put the city center here, and this is a breathtaking, breathtaking. Why won't you tell me what this tile is? Average, -1. Bummer. Bummer. Reef will give it a +2. These two districts will give it a +1. It'd still be a +3 campus. That's not terrible. It's not terrible. It's a thought. That would be a 1, 2, +4 harbor, though. It's a solid harbor. Decent tiles to work. I mean, this lake right here. Maybe we'll go with Liang. Eventually, get some fishing boats built. These lake tiles. Although it does give us the window for the Huey Teocalli, I believe it's pronounced. Or is it? No, the mausoleum at Halicarnassus is coastal, I believe. It is the Huey Teocalli, the lakes, and that gives you an amenity for each lake tile, I believe it is. Well, it gives an amenity for the lake tiles it touches, so if we put it right in the middle here, it would give me 2 amenities for the touching lake tiles. The rest of my lake tiles, I believe, get food and production. Food and production for each lake tile in your empire. Well, we can still do the fishing boats. Not a bad idea. We have a lot of lakes right here. We'd like to utilize them. We'd like to utilize what we've been given here. Okay, go ahead and take a shot at that scout. You. I'm gonna take that promotion now. There's this other scout here. What's he doing over here? Where did he come from? Are you from that camp? My goodness. Drive me up a wall. Some good mountains down here. Good mountains down here. Being neighbors to 2 domination civs has me kind of nervous, although, as John Curtin of Australia, we get 100 production in 100% production. So double our production in all of our cities if someone declares war on us, or if we liberate a city. So if these guys want to get feisty, maybe take out a couple of these city-states, if I am able to go back in and liberate them, to give my civilization double production. I believe it's for 10 turns. In the past 10 turns, yes it is. So not a terrible idea. I don't want to fart around too much, though, with trusting them. I definitely do want to get a military presence. I don't want them to think I am feeble. I think we are going to head straight for this coast over here. Maybe the scout's going to come up here and tell me what's going on. Looks like this coast comes in here, so maybe a city over here as well. And then we are going to want to come this way. I would like to make... see, I don't need that many coastal cities. River here, too close to Singapore. No more mountains or anything just yet. We could head over towards Pantanal. First, let us get on that beautiful cattle tire. We will get started with our first settler. We will get started with a builder. As foolish as that may sound. We will get started with another builder. Or will we? Or will we get right back on the settler? Kill 3 barbarians. We might get that here shortly. We might get the boost to that. To pursue that right after pottery. That would be a huge boost. So if we start building that second builder, he can get those cattle, those diamonds. And are we growing towards the stone? We are growing to those horses. And actually, swing him down to those horses. The next builder, I can get started on chopping this rainforest to chop out our settler. In the end, we do have 2 promotions. We could go ahead and get our Sanguine Pact. We could go ahead and get on that. I'm actually going to hold off on that for a minute, see how this game plays out a little bit more before I make a decision on the Secret Society. But floating 2 titles for our governors, we will go ahead and promote Agnes before I forget, so that settlers do not consume a population in that city. Because I hate when I do that. You can go ahead and heal up a little bit there, champ. We do need to find where that scout went to. If there's another camp over here, I will be extremely irate. That's just too many barbarian camps centralized around me. I dealt with traitors. Why would you denounce me, Alexander? All I did was eliminate a barbarian camp and train a builder. I've done nothing wrong. I've done nothing to hurt you. Is it going to be like this all day with you, Alexander? We did pick up our boost of bronze work, and that was that window I closed while I was rambling and not paying attention. Being that Alexander has denounced me, that is actually going to change things up a little bit. I believe... I do need to get another settler. I do need to get another settler made. I am going to want some archers, though. I already know I'm going to want some archers. Or this is going to get ugly. And we're not going to have any fun. And it is right there. This is why when you move your scout, you move 1 tile at a time. Because if I'd have moved him to right here, in this tile, I'd have probably revealed that barbarian camp. And instead of being right next to it to get punked, I'd be able to move him back the next turn. But I moved into his zone of control like a dingus, and now my scout, he's going to get punched in the mouth. But you live and you learn. Mr. Builder, get that pasture online, my friend. Thank you, sir. 18 to 38 turns. See if we even get a golden age.
I thought clay must feel happy in the good
There's
potter's hand.
pottery. We would like to discover that second continent, though. He did not attack my scout. You lucky dog, you. She is coming with a settler. Let's see if we can play a little game here and get cheeky. Oh, this is a nice little mountain chain cubby in here with a river. I'd love to get a city down there. This is why I also want to get one of my settlers out as well. She's going to have her 3rd, maybe even 4 cities down here. And I am working with 1. I can pull this chop here to get this other builder out. 11 turns for bronze working. So even if I chop this other builder out, we should put it towards a settler. We should put it towards a settler. And work on that builder another turn. Next turn we'll chop that into that settler. Put a nice little dent in that. Because even if I get this builder built now with this chop, he could build a mine and a mine. I can't chop the rainforest yet though. That's all I have to chop. So it is going to be another 11 turns still until they can even chop those. And then we will get started on our campus. And we'll have to pick up irrigation after that. See, I am putting archery off though, and we do want to get archery. Boy, oh boy, we'll go bronze working, then archery. We'll have to. We will have to. Final answer. Final answer, final answer. And then maybe go back up for sand. We'll see what it looks like here 20 turns from now. But we're gonna let you heal for a little bit, friend. We will bring you down this way. We'll bring you across. We would like to. We're definitely gonna get this scout before he gets home. We're gonna just try and block. Because the settler would be able to move here, not across the river, so maybe we move up here next turn. So she moves there, and then we just sit right here. So she can't get out of there. She would probably move to this tile. But then if we park right here, she's going to have to settle. We'll force her to settle down here if she settles. She won't be able to come any further up north. Give me a little bit more breathing room and keep her cities a little bit closer together. So as they grow, then if you think about it, 1, 2, 3... This is the closest she could settle, so if I plug my scout right here, this barbarian doesn't come out and gank me, she won't be able to get around me. Even if she has researched sailing, builders can embark, but settlers cannot. Shipbuilding, and that would take me 54 turns at 5 signs per turn. She's only at 6, so there's no way that settler's hopping into the water anytime soon. That is a big brain play right there. I'm going to put attack right there, just so I don't forget. And the little barbarian guy, just so I don't forget to move that scout there. You know what? We will actually... I can put a little scout tile there. That's okay. You are going to play hard to get, aren't you? You little turd. You're just going to drive me up the wall. Now we switch to the settler. We're going to go ahead and chop this. Look at that, down to 7 turns for that settler now. Switch back to the builder real quick, because we've only got 1 charge left with our little guy here. And one of those, I believe, is going to go to one of these diamond tiles, get a luxury, that'll help. Plus, I'll see him working them. Anyways, we should have been working that kind of, though they may have just switched. These are food, +2. Food consumption is 6, so actually we very well might switch to that tile. Yes, please. Go ahead and lock that in. Yes. Also, I think we will build the mine here, because we are going to want to chop that rainforest before we put a mine there. If we put the mine down, I believe you would have to remove the improvement. You'd have to remove the tile improvements and then chop that rainforest, then build another mine. And that's just, you don't want to waste that kind of time. Mr. Scout, we just talked about this. Stay. Nope, go ahead and move right there for me. Move right there right now and park it. Polkova here. Pokrovka, excuse me. Pokrovka. 1, 2, 3 tiles. 1, 2, 3 tiles. So yes, she's got to cross this river. She's going to have to settle here, here, or on this copper. And probably going to settle here to get to Coastal City. And if you think about it, you put a marketplace, a commercial hub here, slap yourself down a dam right here. So it's touching 2 tiles. Pokrovka, put a commercial hub, actually put your commercial hub right here. And then slap a harbor down right there. That's a +2 for the river. I believe they get +2 being next to a harbor. That's 2 + 4 commercial hubs. Put a dam here, maybe an industrial zone. That's not a terrible little city. I don't want her to come any further north, though. That's the whole reason we're putting our scout here. Oh, did we not move our builder? I've got another scout. Another scout showing up. What is happening? All the scouts. This is just not my day. We're going to take him out with him. Get that experience. Yep, go ahead and fortify there, buddy. You are just fine. Okay, go ahead, move to here. See, or do we go for those horses? We should go for those horses, get a little bit more food. It'd be nice to have that luxury online, though. It would be nice to have that luxury online, because that does give us bonuses. Plus, with our population coming up, we're going to want amenities. Yeah, we'll do the diamonds. Slowly cranking out this next builder. Go ahead and improve that. That'll at least help with the production a little bit. Get that builder finished. 7 turns until we can get this rainforest chopped anyways. So the big play, we'll just come down here, improve the horses. And we'll probably lock that tile in as well. So then we can get started on those settlers, and that's going to bring the population down anyway. So to grow, it's not a bad idea. We're going to grow in 6 turns, bronze working in 7 turns. I think this will work out for us. Get these slingers in here, and this dingus moved off of that barbarian camp. Now the rookie mistake here would be, oh man, I could take my scout and take that camp. But no, I cannot, because he is keeping Scythia from settling in here, because she can't settle here. She probably doesn't want to settle on these 2, even though there's a river there. Plus, she screwed up. She put her warriors right there in the way. So now, well, her settler can move there. Her other warriors can't. I don't know what she's doing, but she can't get through here. We don't want her to get through there. This barbarian came out, though. We've got the hill advantage. We're going to take a shot. Come back up here. We do need to find that other scout, see what Alexander is doing. Oh, and we need another settler. We need a settler. I say another settler. We don't have a settler. We need a settler. Take the shot or take the promotion. We will take the promotion and volley, even though I would much rather have the other promotion, the garrison strength. Because as soon as I'm telling you, Alexander's going to show up out of nowhere, and he's going to have heavy chariots. He's going to come down here and try and punk me. Singapore, building some units for me. Thank you. These guys went ahead and built a warrior. Not good. Do not go down there and harass my scouts. Just let me kill this spearman. I'm a dingus. I honestly should have moved these guys to this hill tile to get my other slinger in here. But I think we will do that next turn. Move this guy over. You can actually heal up a little bit here. Because if he does attack, he's going to die. Maybe the warrior moves up. We might actually move them back and let that warrior chase us. Go ahead and attack that scout. We don't want him near our city. Head down here. Yep, get those horses up. Get those horses coming. This really hurts. Ah, see, I knew he was going to come after my scout. How could you, sir? How could you, sir? If he fortifies here, though, maybe this warrior will beat himself to death on me. We do have the policy card for +5 combat strength against barbarians. That is helping immensely. What if he did attack me, didn't he? So what if we fortify with you, my friend? Get that builder moving right along. 5 turns until our settler comes out. Yeah, fortify until you gotta stay there. We do not want her to come up that way. If she wants to settle up here, she's got to go around the long way. I don't think so. This warrior is going to kill himself on my scout. This is perfect. If Scythia had a brain, she would have declared war on me as soon as I parked my scout there and quit moving. She'd have came right after me. Destroyed my scout, moved up here and settled. Fortunately, that is not the case. Get that pasture built and another culture bomb. Don't you love it? Look at how much territory. Yeah, this isn't Russia, this is Australia. This many. We're 32 turns in, and look at this beautiful area we have to work with. It'll take us forever to grow to get to these tiles. Which is why we want to make sure they better be working that tile. Yes, they are. Lock that in, because we want these guys to grow. We did get our promotion. See, then we picked up 2 woods tiles I can be chopping to get a settler out and our next builder out. And we're going to keep a settler right behind him, because we do not have time to waste. After bronze working, let's see, do you want to get started on that campus? Do not let me forget about the campus. Do not let me forget about the campus. Hold strong for me, little buddy. We are coming to help. We should be able to get this scout momentarily. I should have left that guy to heal there. Seeing he can't get through here. Ooh, our first settler, I think we send him right down here. Pick up this T. Probably settle right there. That's too close to Singapore. 1, 2, 3 tiles away. Why aren't we looking at our settler lands? Why don't we do this to ourselves, counting like a Neanderthal? Loyalty would be a serious issue, but as you can see, this is the only place she can settle. And if she settles here, that's 3 tiles right away. She can't work. Growing, she won't be able to work these tiles. It'll only be these few right here and out into the water. No coastal resources right here at all. Sea turtles way up here. I lucked out up here. Look at this. Look at all these fish, turtles, some more crabs. Ooh. What a shame. What a shame. Maybe we take Singapore and get rid of them. What does Singapore give me? They give me the trade route window. +2 production for foreign trade routes. You can't beat that, because foreign trade routes are so good in this game. Oh, that puts us in a pickle. That puts us in a pickle. We could settle here, get the adjacency bonus, just to get some pressure. Kurgan. I believe that is her unique improvement, the Kurgan. Well, let us... These are all hills. Look at all these beautiful hills we have. We're going to have so many mines, so much production. Man, oh man. I think we go for... We have 2 chops with this guy. That's 2 chops right here. I think we go with those 2 chops. Get settler out, get our next builder out to start coming in with some more big chops for me. And then get right into that next settler. We can take out that scouts. Oh, this is... I hate this. What is that? 1 health. What is going on here? 3 base strength. This is pathetic. You boys let me down. You have a promotion and everything, Against melee and ranged units, you guys let me down. Scout. The scout down here. The 300 Spartans. Best impression. This one little scout, and you couldn't take this guy out in a patch of bananas. I'm disappointed, to say the least. I am disappointed, to say the least. Look at that. Our slinger picks up the promotion. We're going to go ahead and snuff this guy here. You can stay. You are staying there, my friend. I'm leaving you there. You go ahead and heal. I know they heal more when they're back at home. Nope, go ahead and just stay right there for a few minutes. Stay right there for a few minutes. Take out that scout. He's going to have to heal. The settler, chopping him into our next builder. Let's see what happens here. 37 production. It just seems low. Brought our settler out. 4 turns for the builder. 4 turns for the builder. Where do we want to send him? Some great growth tiles over here. Or do we want to get this harbor online? Get that harbor online. We have a river to work with here. For a commercial hub with a harbor. Yeah, commercial hub with a harbor. It is a little bit redundant to have a commercial hub and a harbor in the same city. Being that the harbor, once you build a lighthouse, gets you a trade route. Same for the commercial hub. Once you build a market, gets you a trade route. But that's only if you don't have a lighthouse already, or you don't have a market already. If you build the harbor with a lighthouse, this commercial hub is not going to give me a trade route with that market. However, I do know commercial hubs get a +2 adjacency bonus for being next to a harbor. That harbor is going to get an adjacency bonus from the sea resource and the city center, +2, +1 is 3. This commercial hub would be a +4, so that's a +4 and a +3 harbor. Not the best example of this, but then you go to our governors here, and Miss Reina, right here, her first promotion you can give her after appointing her is double adjacency bonus from commercial hubs and harbors in this city. So, that play now turns into a +4 commercial hub, that's a +8, and this +3 harbor turns into a +6. And if you have foreign trade coming through there, maybe a route from Singapore to come through there, to Meier, if we do end up trading with her, to come up along the sea, instead of a land route to Canberra, to come up through here. Reina gives you promotion. Acquiring +3 gold per turn from each foreign trade route passing in the city. So this is not a bad idea right here. Don't have terribly good tiles to be working, especially for early. I do tend to like to have, your second city outside your capital, and even up to your third city. You do want them to be productive. You want them to be powerful cities early into the game, because they're what's going to trickle down and allow you to build and build the units, build the districts, improve the tiles and everything to your, if you put a city like later into the game when you need oil, and all the oil is either in the middle of the desert with nothing, or it's down on the snowy bits by the polar ice caps, and there's no food, maybe some production, but no food down there. So those kind of things. Plus, for early game, your next city, you want it to be helping you out, get this ball rolling. We're already struggling. We don't have our campus up, so we're just tiny bit behind in science. I'd imagine Alexander is probably dumping some time into units and growth. They're probably farting around building wonders. Let's see what the religions look like. Only one great religion so far, and I believe that was someone who built Stonehenge. This isn't a bad idea, though. But that's with Reina, and I do not know if Reina is who we want to go with next. We may go with someone like Pingala for the culture and the science bonus, being that we're going to get
See, we do have to look at... I don't think I can turn it on to show the breathtaking, the appeal of a tile in the little tooltip like our tile yields. We do need to keep that in mind, though, with Australia. That appeal of average, not doing it for me. This has appeal of charming. So there's, oh, you see that? That's another +1 to that commercial hub. Now we're looking at a +5 commercial hub being next to the harbor. A +5. On top of, see, we might even put the city center right here on top of that. Why not? Yeah, we would want to... No. I'm not sure, actually, because there's a production there. It would be nice to have that production. What's under this one? That's just a 2 food. Oh, maybe you put the city center there, actually. And he gets another. So that's a +6. We're looking at a +6 commercial hub. Rain, it doubles it to a +12 commercial hub. And the harbor itself. I don't think, coast tiles I don't think have appeal. I think that's only for land tiles. So my harbor is going to be at the mercy of my sea resources here, and any districts I can slap next to it. So much to think about with our first settler. Well, we don't even have harbors or commercial hubs researched yet. We should truthfully look inland, maybe up by this tobacco, or west. We should head towards Pantanal. To settle. Ooh, right here, look at all these pastures right here. There's 3 right there. We would like to utilize those in a culture bomb, though. So to settle right here, we would own these tiles, and then purchasing this cattle tile, improve it, we will culture bomb these 4, improve this, culture bomb these 4, and look at that, this city, in getting a builder in there, of course, but then in 2 turns, we'd be all that territory. We would just scoop right up. And then this pasture would culture bomb us, of course, these 3 tiles up here. Plus it's going to give us light of sight, and that's just a huge territory grab for Australia. That is not a bad idea. And look, we'll need to send somebody over on the other side here, though. We do need to get one of these guys moving that way. Unfortunately, our scout has to stay there. This slinger, we might switch them places. We might move our slinger to here, have him switch with the scout so we can get him roaming around some more. Oh, tough. Man, oh man. So we need to settle up here. We'd be too far away from these cattle tiles. I think we'd go right here. Because settling here gives me the cattle tile already. Culture bomb would give me only these 3 tiles. This culture bomb would give me 1, 2, 3 tiles, because I already have this one. Double dipping. Whereas to settle here, these first 2 are going to give me more tiles. I still think this is the good idea. We'll have plenty of food and growth with the cattle and the pastures. When is that Pantheon getting here? Do we not have that policy card played out? We do. And we have no faith coming from him. I feel like we should have had that by now. I guess it is only turn 34. We need 25 faith. It's not like you start with that card, but my goodness. 6 turns to research the campus. Might as well. We're not ready to build archers or anything just yet. We don't really want to spend that money to upgrade these guys just yet. If you move here, can this scout switch with you? Thank you. That is what we wanted. Go ahead and get you moving again. What are we doing with this builder? He is working on chopping out this next builder. That he is. I'm going to take this chop here. No, we won't. We can chop rainforest now. We're going to start right here on this rainforest because we're a terrible person. We're going to chop down the rainforest. Nada should only be, influenced by Scythia as well. Scythia's all the way up there. How did Scythia meet you? Who's the other one with envoys? And there's 2 envoys there. Hatusa has 1 envoy from me. No envoys from anyone else. Scythian, excuse me. Tamiris. Her name is Tamiris, not Scythia. Oh, she did'll settle right next to Hatusa. She did send that settler around. See that? Look at that. She wanted up here. We told her, no, we are leaving that slinger there. Unfortunately, we are leaving that slinger there until she decides to declare war on me and get him out of the way. I do not want her settling over here until I say she can. And that is never. It's bad enough Singapore was right here. That's a beautiful mountain chain. I'd like to get a piece of that. Ooh, right here. What is this? That's breathtaking. 1, 2, 3. Breathtaking gives you another +3. That's a +6. Campus right there. I want it so bad. I do want it so bad. But this settler, I could only put down here. Singapore, I might have to kill you, but your suzerain bonus is not bad. We'll see. We're gonna keep putting. We're not moving that guy though. We are not letting Scythia get her grubby mitts over here. I don't know why she would want to settle right there either. As opposed to on the river here for the fresh water. I mean, you settle right here. That's the big brain play. You settle right here. Look at this beautiful 3 mountains next to the river. Oh my goodness. We could do so many things with this little mountain over here. That's a long way to send my first settler. That is a long way to send my first settler. Who needs orders? The builder. No, you don't. You can't do anything. Because you don't have enough movement. So this next turn. Singapore, don't come up here and be getting in my way now. Don't be coming up here getting in my way now. See, I should have just moved to that rainforest the last turn. I'm being a dingus. Okay. Alexander not doing anything terribly exciting just yet. Lucky for me. Singapore got all the dudes, nothing to do with them, all revved up with no place to go. We are going to skip Garrison for this guy. He's going to be my little turtle man. Good Fortify, you are staying there, friend. For the rest of the game, that is your civic duty, is to guard that hole. Look at this, 1 turn left on the builder, so only 2 production left for the builder. That is actually not bad, because now this chop is going to go pretty much straight to that settler. And we are getting some food as well. Also, we want to chop this rainforest. We're going to get some production. We are going to get some food, though, to start growing and getting on some of these more productive tiles for us. And we haven't even naturally grown to our campus. Anyways, of course, that's not where we're trying to grow. 3 turns. Next 3 turns, I have to see where it's going to grow to, because we do want to just buy that out if we have to. If we can naturally grow to it, though, before we're ready to build that campus, it does not hurt my feelings at all. That's just saving money. We've got plenty of gold we're floating right now. I do, of course, want to save it for either upgrading my slingers into archers, or if something terribly drastic happens, if I need to outright purchase a military unit or 2, I do want to be ready for that. Look at that, jumped up only 2 more turns for growth now.
That's the positive aspect of trade, I suppose.
All right. We do have a trade route now. Still just the 1 governor title. that for me. We're going to grow. Excellent, excellent, excellent. After that settler, I think we're going to go with another builder into, you guessed it, another settler. We want to start getting some cities down and claiming some territory. Pastures are my culture bombs. So there's some iron up here, good to know, because I do not see iron anywhere else. Getting close to Pantanal will help a little bit. I would like to get some eyeballs in here to know what we're working with. That's why we do need to get this scout over here, get him back in the action, scoping it out. The warrior is not quite doing it by himself, plus he's mostly dead. We're all mostly dead. Get this city up and online. Maybe we'll get him to build a trader for me. He doesn't have terribly high production over here. We'll have to play it by ear. Now, 6 population. How close are we to 6 population? 12 turns. So for 12 turns, I could have craftsmanship in 10, and then we will get the boost to early empire. So we are going to go ahead and do that. And this is going to help because now we're going to be able to build that builder a little bit faster. And we're basically just going to keep doing this, alternating, chopping out settlers and builders, and just keep chopping these guys out to chop more of them out. Get some of this stuff cleared up so we can build some things in here. And just, basically keep chopping away. It was excellent. There's so many chops around here to have Magnus plugged in. Hang out there. How's this guy doing? He's already full health. Get on that tile. You. See, we do want to keep going with the chops. Now, the regular, your deciduous forests, those are going to give you more production, of course, with the chop. Whereas the rainforest is going to give you food and production. And to cut these ones on the hills is good, because the hills themselves are giving you 1 production. Whereas like here, if rainforest was here, it would be 2 food, 1 production. Cut the rainforest, it'd only be a 2 food tile. These hills tiles, you're not losing as much by cutting the forest down, instead of maybe waiting and putting a lumber camp down. Lumber camps, plus, late enough into the game, you can plant woods on tiles. Like here, I could plant a forest and then put a lumber camp down, and still get that 3 or 4 production for that tile. Especially if we're not going to do like a farm triangle or something right here. I said I have my cattle. We have some pretty decent food. We got the horses down here, another pasture. The sheep, 1, 2, 3. We're only 3 tiles away from that sheep. That's another pasture, another culture bomb. Going to give us some more food and growth. So we're in pretty good shape for food for these hills. Plus, you can't build farm onto hills until much later into the game. I don't remember if that is under not feudalism, I don't believe. Civil engineering? Civil engineering. So all the way back here in the industrial era, we can finally build farms on grassland hills and plains hills. So most of these tiles we're chopping on, I wouldn't be able to put a farm there anyways, but to put a mine there, I said plenty of production. We will be settling on the next turn. We do need to get this scout moving around. How's our friend up here doing? That is all coast. So I'm not too worried about that. Let's kind of scope around Alexander here a little bit more. See what he's got going on. Still the 3 city-states we've met. Nobody has suzerainty yet. We do have 1 envoy floating around. We will save him. Until we can get this campus online, then we are definitely going to prioritize getting suzerainty of Hattusa. 2 of each strategic resource per turn that I have revealed, but not improved. Ooh, so now I don't know if that means something like iron. I've revealed that. I believe it means revealed in the tech tree. So if I've revealed iron in the tech tree, even if you hadn't seen any on the map, you haven't revealed in the tech tree on the map technically. Even if you haven't found any, I'm still going to get 2 per turn of iron until I actually get some iron. Oh, you looked up some iron right here. See, I did you a favor. I did you a favor, Tamiris. You wanted this stupid copper and maize, and I gave you iron. You're welcome. It could have been, tea. Who drinks tea? I have diamonds and tobacco. Who needs tea? I lost my train of thought. I got all flustered here. Chopping, more chopping. We are actually going to switch to the builder here to put this chop. We're going to go for this guy to get this builder chopped out so I can get right back to putting chops towards settlers. But we don't want to get the settler out and then spend 6-7 turns waiting on this builder coming out when we could be chopping. Get this city down. 2 tiles of natural wonder. Take that 3 plus 3 era score. There's the boost to early empire. Finally. Still going to take me 16 turns to research it, but after craftsmanship, we are going to go straight for early empire. To plug in that card for producing settlers. 22 turns for this trader. Or we could buy the trader. We are floating a lot of gold. We will purchase that trader. And we're going to get started on a scout in 15 turns, a builder in 30 turns. We're actually going to get started on a scout. As much as that pains me, we are going to get started on that scout. What tiles are we working? I lied. Builders, 245 gold. We're a little bit far away from that. However, we could talk to Tamiris and make a deal for these diamonds, and she will give us some money for these. What will Alexander give me? I've been denounced. And you already have diamonds, so screw you. He was actually going to give me 2 gold per turn for those diamonds? Oh, no, just 2 gold. I said, you're dumb, Alexander. Give her the diamonds. What would you give me? Take the money for that. That's going to help us get this builder purchased in here sooner, so we can start culture bombing with these beautiful pastures here. Oh, and there's another one right here. Look at this. We're going to hog up so much territory. That really, really, really makes me want to put Yang in that city to give him that extra build charge. He would have 4 build charges to take all those pastures and culture bombs. That is so much growth in such this little city. We're going to go ahead and do it. It won't be 5 turns by the time we have the gold saved up. So we will put her in Melbourne. Yes, that is the move. That is the play. See, we need those amenities because we sold our diamonds. That's okay. We're going to get another diamond up and running here shortly. Potentially some tobacco here eventually. Oh no. We already spent all our money. Nope. We have enough. It's only 60 gold. We're going to buy that spot before they grow to another I think it was growing to this tile, some nonsense tile. 22 turns for another wafer. Couldn't grow to the tobacco. Nope. Though I believe it works outward from the city center. So these tiles, of course, are better than this lake tile. But it's going to grow to the... I see it should have even been building to its... Regardless, I'm not gonna get into that. Magnus, you're good with chops, but you're terrible at telling these people where to grow. I hired you for a reason, and cultural growth is not the reason. You keep complaining about me fighting for my people. I cleared out 2 barbarian camps. And I settled a new city. I love my people. You're just a jerk, Alexander. He already has archers, though. He is not playing around. He's dealing with barbarians up here, though. That's what I'd love to see. I'd love to see the AI getting picked on by barbarians. I think we're going to head north with this scout here. And get to that tile. Our trader here. If we go to Hattusa, We could start trading with Scythia. However, that is going to build a road there. And if she decides that she does not like me for any reason, that just gives her a highway right to my little city here. So how is she feeling towards us? Unknown reason, unknown reason. Give her a trade route would be nice. We did just trade her those diamonds. Boy, oh boy. Sending a road to my capital, also not a terrible idea, so I can move some units pretty quickly around there. That's not a bad idea. That gives me a food and a production, a little bit more growth in there. We're going to go ahead and send that trade route. We will go ahead and do that. I do believe it's discovering city-states or sending envoys to discover the fourth secret society that we are missing. And it is the Owls of Minerva, and I believe it's sending envoys is the chance to discover them. So maybe we will send. They want me to recruit a great merchant, inspiration for state workforce, and recruit a great writer. We are not recruiting a great writer, probably, or a great merchant anytime soon. There is our builder, our next builder. So, we want to get right on top of that diamond mine. Get rid of that amenity issue. We are back to 0 amenities. That's good. That's what we like to see. This settler is going to come out. And after that settler, instead of jumping right into another settler, do we go for the granary? Not quite yet. We're not growing quite that fast. Or do we jump into the campus, though? We do need to get around here. This guy will come over here to chop out, get ready for that campus. This fellow, how much is a builder? 260 gold. We are getting 20 per turn. We're going to be there in about 6 or 7 turns here. 6 or 7 turns. Or do we send this builder? It'll take him 3 to get down there. And we don't even own those tiles yet. So where is this city growing to? Of course you're growing to. I don't want to spend the 60 gold on this pasture. But 31 turns till they grow to that one, and that's just not the right decision. So now we're looking at 300 gold to get the builder and buy the tile for the pasture. I'll use 1 turn for this guy to come down here. We'd still have to spend the 60 gold, and we'd still have to buy that other builder because we don't have much production in the city. We want to get that chopped up to make way for that campus. We want to get that campus online ASAP. That is going to be a solid campus. It's going to be a +5, only a +3 campus there. I thought it was higher than that. Appeal is charming. Still +3. +3 is nothing to shake a stick at. It's not bad. We do need to look to settle. Can we settle over there? Yes. We do need to look to settle over here, I think, for maybe our next city. Potentially. We met Rapa Nui. I don't even remember that happening. I've met a new city-states. They are influenced by just Tamiris. Interesting. Tamiris has reached all the way up there. And I haven't seen her around at all. Boy, oh boy, we got a lot to discover. You go ahead and heal. Let them fart around. Best case scenario, he attacks with his warrior and his archer, and that barbarian doesn't die. They do like it did to me down here. He stays alive with 1 health. Next turn, sweep in with the warrior, take out them. Get that sweet, easy kill. Snipe that experience. One build left with you. What are we doing with you, my friend? What are we doing with you? Being that we're going to have to buy the tile to buy the builder anyways, it's only 16 gold to buy the tile. I think we are just going to chop our way towards this settler with another chop and some more food. I think that's where we're headed with this. This slinger is still not doing anything for me down here. More diamonds, just what we needed, and more tobacco, I swear. couldn't diversify. See, we do need to get this city here. We honestly need to get this purely for those amenities. Amenities aren't a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but as your population climbs, your citizens naturally want those amenities. You do take penalties once you get to -1, -2 amenities. They're not completely, game-breaking, detrimental. I believe it's -5% or 10%. Although, I said, it is always nice to just not have to worry about it. I said, we got some diamonds. We'll be getting tobacco here shortly. There's tobacco everywhere. To get the tea, that would be 3, and the sea turtles would give us 4, all right here. And that's without getting any luxury resources. If we take suzerainty of the city-state, we would get theirs as well if they have any unique ones. It is nice to get a nice little network of amenities, though, and not have to trade for them. Plus these duplicates, I can trade all those duplicates to the AI for some easy money. Alexander looks like he's got a lot of the same ones I do. He had tobacco, he had silver, and diamonds. So Meier, however, had neither. She did not have tobacco, she did not have diamonds. I don't think she had any when I traded with her. She does not, she only has horses. So I can't even sell my horses to her. Some more silver over here, and a little bit of desert, and there's potential over here. Maybe a Petra City. Getting a little ahead of ourselves there. I'm thinking about a Petra City. After the settler, we do want to get another builder started. Chop that settler out, but we are going to send him. I kind of want him to come this way, because I feel like he's going to get caught in traffic down here. It says it'll take him 8 turns. 6, 7, 8, almost 9. That's 6 and 1/2 a dozen of the other going this way. And I don't even have sailing yet, though. I don't even have sailing yet. Founding the city on the coast could be the boost, but I don't even have sailing to improve that crab tile. Or solicitor navigation for the harbor. Decisions. There's nothing unique over here for me, though. More diamonds, which I have. More tobacco, which I have. Some floodplains to build a dam over here, but no strategic resource, no iron or anything, at least that I've seen. I feel like this harbor city is our next best going. I think it should be. Although, this is a better harbor city. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4 harbor. Not terribly better, and that commercial hub is much better than any commercial hub I would get up here. I am just worried that it has some. It does have the T as well. Just does have some lackluster tiles in here that aren't spectacular. So this guy has at least a little bit, he has a lot of chops. Some marsh. That one actually is going to be pretty weak as well. We will head down here before we deliberate it for the rest of our life. There is our Pantheon. Finally, we have reached our Pantheon. The river goddess is not a bad idea. We do have some rivers to utilize. We could, especially if we put that city center there, we could put a holy site right here for the district adjacency bonus. And actually, we put it here. I lied. We would put it here to get the mountain bonus. And next to the river gives me 2 amenities and 2 housing. Not too bad. I do always like the river. It's just cheap and easy. You know, slap a holy site down somewhere. Especially with all these rivers. And it's just 2 housing and 2 amenities from your holy site. If you can get your districts to multitask, that is always fantastic. Although, Goddess of the Hunt is production from camps. I said we don't have many camps. Pastures, though. +1 culture from pastures would be a very smart play. As Australia, especially, because of our unique improvements. Outback Station. Outback Station is going to give us +1 food and +1 production on the tile we build it on. 1 food for each adjacent pasture, and then additional food and production as we advance through technology and civic trees. So, just looking at that, with all these pastures here, it's Outback Station, an Outback Station here, touching both of them, an Outback Station here, probably 1 here. Then you can chop these trees out and just turn all of these tiles around here into Outback Stations. Because our Outback Stations, I do believe, eventually get adjacency bonuses from each other. If, I believe it would tell us on those little marks. I believe it would. It may not say for us. It may not tell us. Feudalism? I feel like feudalism would be a good one for it. Plantation and farm improvements. No. I don't know. Let's just go back to the Outback Station. It's got to say down here, doesn't it? Ah, there we go. +1 food from each adjacent pasture, of course. +1 production from every 2 adjacent Outback Station tiles. So every 2 adjacent we get +1 production, and that's with steam power. And then 1 food from every 2 Outback Station. So we're going to get an additional food and additional production. So that's 2 food. I gotta look at that again, I'm sorry. It starts with 1 of each. Additional food, so 2 food. 1 additional production. So 2 production, and that's for 2 adjacent Outback Stations. 2 adjacent. So 2 here would only be 1 adjacent. I need a second Outback Station here to get this one, 2 adjacent Outback Stations. So if we put them completely surrounding these pastures, though, this one we get 1, 2, and actually you'd want to build them in triangles. We would like to build them in triangles. They didn't help me out much there. If this cattle was right here, and I could build a little Outback Station triangle right here. 2 touching the pasture, and then 2 touching each other. And 2 more up here. 2 little beautiful triangles in between those 2 pastures would be gorgeous. Instead, we will have to build maybe 4 of them here. We'll find out. We're going to figure it out. We've got plenty of pastures there to work with. So many pastures. So to get the culture from them, not a bad idea. Yeah, we forgot. We're still talking about the Pantheon. Went off on a huge tangent there. So we're going to go with God of the Sky. I feel like it's a good idea. We've got plenty of pastures around here. There are 2 religions founded already. Unmet player. This is a large map, so there are 10 of us all together. 2 religions so far. Keep heading over here. How's my warrior doing? It looks like that barbarian ran away. We will pursue him. Because if this archer can hit him, maybe I can swing around here and get the kill the next turn. Or maybe he'll get reckless and attack me. His archer will probably kill him on this next turn. We won't get the chance. I'd like to be in the neighborhood, though. Here comes another city from Alexander. He did attack me. He did, in fact. So we're going to go ahead and attack him. We don't have to worry about this guy getting his next turn. Hopefully his warrior moves up, gives him something to think about. We can just sleep. That barbarian camp would be beautiful. We might lose this warrior. Slinger, we are actually going to have to head north with you. We want you to head up here for me. Send you down. You keep heading over here. Still got our trader going. There's a barbarian quadrant and another barbarian camp down over here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. He won't be able to reach me there, and we can actually get around him. We still know where he is. That's good. We're gonna. It looks like coast right here. So we very well may come out. This will just be coast all right here, and we're just gonna head back. Don't really need to look in here. We might send him over there to take a peek. I actually think we will send him up towards Rapa Nui. Get some eyes up here. We do need to get ready for Alexander. Alexander is knocking on the door. We do need to have... We don't want to get caught with our pants down. Let me say that. 234 gold. We are almost there to get our builder started down here with these pastures and to get these online. I am so excited. Still that barbarian camp. He could actually come over and attack me, but I think we would both die. And he very well, I believe Alexander has a warrior here, so if he's in zone of control, I don't think he can reach me. They were actually in a little bit of a safe spot. So we will be okay. He did take out that barbarian, so we can actually use him to do a little bit more scouting up here. There's archery and craftsmanship. Fantastic. However, that doesn't terribly help me. We can plug in. I do want to be working on Urban Empire. We now have the Pantheon. We could plug in Urban Planning for that one production to those two cities here, and our third city that will be coming online. We're actually probably going to take out Discipline and probably put in Agog, because we will want to look towards potentially. We've got one more settler we're probably going to crank out from here to get a city up in this area. We might actually settle towards these two city-states, actually. So if he does decide to attack us from this side, we at least have a little bit of a buffer zone over here. Although on the coast, the only tricky part is that does funnel my units through right here. It funnels his through here, but my units to get up to him, we got to think about it. There's not a whole lot of production over here either. Some decent resources here with the fish. Some more diamonds, of course. That's actually a pretty decent tile as well. That's pretty far away from my city center. If we were to instead 2-3, we could put our city center here. No, because we do need it next to that harbor. We do need it right next to that harbor. And that has production on it because that is a reef. Do you want to keep next to that reef? Tell me that is also reef. Well, that changes it up a little bit. If that's reef and that's reef and this is charming, what is this? This is average. So, we are actually going to put the city center right here. We will delete that one. If this is charming appeal, plus 2 reefs, plus the city center, we're looking at a 2-4 from the reefs, 5 from being charming appeal. Next to the city center, I think I would need another district to get +1 to be a +7, but that is not a shabby commercial hub. Any stretch of the imagination. It's a solid, not a commercial hub, a campus. That is a solid campus for us there. We are in good shape. We do need to get started on our campus here. We don't want to be too far behind in technology with these domination civs. Chop out our next builder so we can get him started on some workshops, I think. What tile are we growing to next? And we are going to go ahead and slap that campus down to lock in that production cost. I do think we want to continue to chop out this settler, though. That is a 2 food, 2 production tile that we are currently working. No, do not lock that tile in. Do not ever lock that tile in. So we don't want to chop this one out. We actually, as it is going to be walking and tedious, we want to chop out this tile because it is only 1 production. We want to chop out these 2 up here because they're also 1 production. We don't want to cheat ourselves out of that 1 production on that tile being a 2 food, 2 production. We want to keep that when we're, this tile 2 food maintenance costs. So we're only losing 1 production. Here we'd be losing 1 production, but we would still be gaining the 1 production. But why do that? When working the 1 tile, we get 2 production, as opposed to we would have to work 2 of these tiles to get that same 2 production for the same food cost, because we would need the 2 food maintenance for those citizens anyways. So it's just better to work that one and chop these single production tiles out. So we will bring you down here. Maybe we will bring down here for these pastures, I think. Maybe we shall. Keep taking a peek with you. It looks like maybe some more sand here. Maybe this connects to geothermal fissure right there on the end. Interesting. You stick to the coast. We'll need to get up on this hill here and take a peek. There is the top of the map, though. So there is the top of the map. I still don't think... Oh, there is the bottom of the map. So we are relatively close. Wow, Tamiris actually got stuck with quite a bit of tundra down here. If this is the tundra right here, she got stuck with quite a bit of tundra. Starting off, I can see why she wanted to come up this coast here to these all this green grass. Nice floodplains in here. Look at this. Oh, you could do some damage. Fortunately, you can't put a dam here. You could totally put a dam here and a dam here. Get yourself a nice 2 industrial zones in here with +2 for those dams. You slap yourself an aqueduct here, maybe an aqueduct here. So your 2 aqueducts, your 2 dams, and then you slap your 2 industrial zones right in here. That's 2 + 4 industrial zones, plus another 2, I guess +1 for this guy, for the adjacency bonus, and another +2. Starting to fall a little bit more behind in science here. We've got 1 left with this builder here. Chop this out. Chop that out. Our scout is on the way. The warrior climbed up on the hill and saw what he could see, and he found some silver. Not much else, and a little bit of tundra up here going on. Okay. You check out that hill as much as I figured. Not a whole lot going on down here. Reef is too far away to do anything with. I wouldn't want to settle on that geothermal fissure because you can just get some nice bonuses, adjacency bonuses from it, as well as using it for power. Not a terrible idea. Maybe put a little desert coastal city down here. You could put a city center right here. Nice harbor districts. You have power coming to the city, but for what? If it's just going to be a harbor district, maybe our theater squares do get, I believe our theater squares do get the appeal bonus as well. And theater squares are +1 and +3. We would get that, and that is charming. And that is charming. That is breathtaking. So that's a +3, anything you want to put there. This one is charming. These are all +1s. That is a +3. That's charming. That one's breathtaking. That's another +3. 1, 2, 3 tiles away. 1, 2 tiles away. So it's 2 +3 districts you could fit into this city. Maybe a theater square. Maybe a bowling site. Or a commercial hub. You see, you already have a harbor. Don't need a commercial hub. Maybe a theater square. As far as what else to put in here, maybe a campus just for an easy +3 campus. It never hurts to have too much science. Never a bad idea for a +3 campus. You can't beat it. Still moving with our trader here, slowly getting this other settler out. We do want to get this city founded. I do think that is the next city we will get founded. There is the next era when we hit a normal age. We did not quite make it to the golden age. And we will go with free inquiry. 1 era score every time we trigger a Eureka, and then we construct a building that provides science as a base yield, which we will be doing with these campuses. We are not doing a holy site or anything. We're probably not even going to found a religion in this game. There have already been 3 religions founded, so there's only 3 more coming, and there's 3 religions. I've only met 3 civs, but out of the 10 of us, so there's still 6 other civilizations out there working on a religion. I am not one of them. Monumentality would give us +1 year score each time we construct just any district, which isn't bad. I don't know if we'll have these harbors and commercial hubs up and finished by the time we hit that next era, as opposed to the Eurekas we're going to get, and being that we'll build campuses with libraries as well. So we're going to take turns to build. Oh boy, we will go ahead and bite the bullet. We're going to go with free inquiry and hope for the best here. Get that Slayer moving up there, get into those woods, get down there to that rainforest. Almost got that other scout out here. There is a warrior that we do not want to mess with. We're actually going to go ahead and back out of there. We do not want to lose this warrior just yet. We actually would like him to heal up so we can do a little bit more scouting with him up here. He's already up here, and I don't want to build too many units. I have a few units. I do have some horses. It would be nice to get some horses, some cavalry units. We are going to be a bit of a jerk here to Scythia. We're going to go ahead and first, before we do that, take 17 turns per builder. I don't think so. We're going to go ahead and purchase that builder. We're going to not purchase that tile just yet, because we are not quite there. Another turn. We should be able to afford that on the next turn, which is fine. He would be able to move there in the next turn. working out. It is working out in our favor. Treasury filling up quite nicely. It is, except I just blew all my money to Meier. Here's some horsemen. Okay, so we would like to be friendlier to Meier. What can we give her? Give her some more diamonds. I don't think that's going to give us... Plus we want that immunity. I would say you can have horses. That's probably not a good idea either. I don't want your Diplo favor. I apparently have no Diplo favor. Man, oh man. Well, get to shopping. Nope, that's settler. You get ready to chop. Keep heading over there. Keep heading up there. Mr. Builder, you can come up to here. Mr. Scouts, we're going to send you... We might as well send you over here and see what's going on. And... yes, before we forget, purchase that tile for me. You can start building me. So I can get a +3 campus in here as well. A +3. Not a terrible idea. However, how close are we to, after irrigation in 2 turns, 10 turns to the commercial hub? We're still a ways away from the harbor. Improve 2C resources. We will be doing that shortly. We don't have any builders though. Government Plaza. That wouldn't have been a bad idea to get, because I believe we could have been constructing... I forget that. I believe it's the Ancestral Hall that would make it so my new city settled. Start with a free builder, because we will have to build or purchase builders in these cities, and we have no money at the moment. Boy, oh boy. Maybe we hold off for the commercial hub here, though, being that she's going to start with a harbor. No, she will also start with a... that's a good question. That's a good question. Has to be the commercial hub. Nope. I'm not sure. I think the harbor is going to give me more gold adjacency bonus off the get-go. Oh, man. I think the harbor. We would go for the harbor first. We got enough water tiles around here. We're eventually going to reach these turtles. We're eventually going to reach these turtles. And we do have plenty of sea coastal tiles. So we'll start with the harbor here. That is a good idea. So what do we want to build here? Do we want to go with a campus? This one is going to be only a +3. This was the big boy campus for the adjacent reef tiles and the city center and the breathtaking. That one's going to be a good campus. So do we take advantage of this though? We could save it for something like a theater square and put a Huey T. O'Cauley here. Being that it's next to more lake tiles, though we do not own this one. I don't know if that makes a difference. And that's if Hattusa doesn't grow to those tiles before I do. I'd imagine it's going to go to this T, some of these tiles, before it starts growing into these. However, it might. Who knows? It very well might. There's no way to know unless you know. You know? There's no way to know. And who's going to build the Temple of Artemis? 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 4 pastures down here. 4 pastures. Naturally, we're going to build it down here, aren't we? We have to. We have to. We don't have more. 1, 2, 3. 3 of them up here. But to put it 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles. Let's see, that's tobacco. 1, 2, 3 tiles. Come from the sheep. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put it there. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Not quite close enough. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Being they're 9 tiles apart, I don't think there's a way mathematically I can put the Temple of Artemis to reach both of those. I don't think I can. No, I can't. There's no way. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. But we would still reach this one with these 4. So that's still 5. To put the Temple of Artemis somewhere like here. Because it doesn't need to be adjacent. Must be placed adjacent to a camp improvement. Oh, I have to put it next to a camp. Oh, that's devastating. I thought it was next to a camp or a pasture. It has to go next to a camp. Oh, that is just gut-wrenching. I don't have furs. Honey? You couldn't have given me some honey? Honey is in a camp. Oh, that is just devastating. I am heartbroken. Par for the course, that's okay. We'll figure it out. We still need to figure out what we want to build in Melbourne, and I think we will go with an archer is not a bad idea. We will probably go with archer, because somebody needs to be building some military units somewhere, just in case. Because it could hit the fan at any moment here. Yes, you are going to keep running away, and see, yeah, he's fortifying, that's what he was waiting for. It to attack me, take some damage, and then he'd sweep in and steal that kill. Show your people the light. Shut up, Alexander. You're rude. You're just a grumpy guy. You can fortify, right? Nope, actually. Floodplains. Dead unit. Next turn, this river floods and kills this guy if I leave him here. Move here. Now you fortify. This river can flood all it wants. And screw Alexander. He does have the Great Bath, though. That was a big move for him. Because he gets all that. Though, the Great Bath, I thought it was only on the river it was touching. If it works for any rivers that flood in that city's tiles with the Great Bath, oh my goodness. Knowing the AI, though, these tiles, these 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles are going to belong to Dion. Pella's only going to get like these 3 tiles to benefit from it instead of letting Pella own all these tiles. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yep, Pella could own all these tiles and benefit from the Great Bath doing that. He's probably going to split them, and it'll be half Dion, half Pella, and he's going to ruin it. So put that on a post-it note. We need to take Pella and get the Great Bath and just redistribute that. 100, 150 turns from now, that's going to have to happen. Alexander is going to piss that away, I guarantee it. Get another chop with this builder. Keep moving our slinger up. I just kind of want to get eyes on Alexander, see what he's doing. Once I can get another trader going, I think we are going to actually send a trader up here to Aigai if I can from Canberra. If not, we can definitely send it from this city. I do want to get a trade unit with him just to kind of see what's going on, get some Diplo visibility with him, maybe improve our relations a little bit. Maybe we don't trade with him, and maybe we send a trader down here to Tyrus and start making some more friendly deals with her. Also, I want to get some more of these amenities online. I can trade those with her, and she would like that. There's the first pasture. Get you down here. Oh, that's unfortunate. We're going to have to buy We're gonna have to buy this one too. I didn't know that one was there before. But we're gonna have to buy a couple of these tiles. I thought these culture bombs, when I looked at it before, they were gonna reach further than they will. There is a camp. There is a camp. Where is my settler lens? Oh my goodness. The most aggressive settle. No, it's not even worth it. It's not even worth it. Because it's within 4 tiles of the temple. So if we put the Temple of Artemis right here, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. That's definitely not reaching anything up here. That doesn't help me out at all. That's only 1 camp and 2 pastures that I'm getting out of that. Now granted, we come down here, punk to Meier and take her city. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See? Nope. Nope. It's not even close enough for that camp. Oh, I really wanted it for these pastures. I still do. That's potential. There's potential there. It could happen. There's some floodplains here. We can get a dam going. There is some potential. There's some mountains, some adjacency bonus for things. That's a decent camp. 2 production, 3 food. That's pretty good. Oh my goodness. And that would give me 2 pastures worth for the Temple of Artemis in that 1 camp. 2 pastures in the 1 camp. It's not the worst Temple of Artemis I've ever seen. And if nobody builds it, if we get a few hundred turns, I say a few hundred, if we get to, turn 100, turn 150, Temple of Artemis only takes, 6 turns to build, and nobody's built it yet, that's a possibility. There's a play to be had there. But we are not going to prioritize it, because that's too close to Tamiris. She's going to get bent. That is another... We're going to get that pasture in this city, though, and work it there. That's 2 dams, though, because that's 2 separate rivers. That's 2 dams we can get right next to each other. Well, here and here. If it's 2 dams, we can get pretty darn close to each other. That's not terrible. She's got floodplains everywhere. She's all over those floodplains. He's got floodplains everywhere. And the river, I got lakes. I got lakes, no floodplains. Bunch of rainforests. Whatever. I'm not bitter. But Tamiris is over here. We're going to be really sneaky, actually. We're going to come over here to this marsh. Next turn, we're going to probably move into these woods here. And if Tamiris takes him out, we're going to see if we can sweep down right into steal that barbarian camp from her. Because she's an AI. She doesn't have feelings. But, let's see, we're 50 turns in here. We're still a little bit leery about going to war with Alexander, potentially Tamiris, still a little bit leery here. We are going to see what happens. I will catch you guys in the next one.
Thank you all for joining me for Sharedplays with SnootyCapybara. Everybody be safe and make good choices.